Hi, everybody. I'm Graham Williamson. I am an international intuitive medium and psychic. And this is WGSN Going Solo Network and radio, TV, and podcasts. We had a slight technical hitch, but like everything in life, you just go with the flow. So we are number one Internet Singles Talk Network going bold Wednesday. We've, I believe, hit over 1 million people. And this is what this show's all about, reaching people. This is Dare to Dream. As I say, I'm your host, Graham Williamson, international intuitive, evidential medium, and psychic. And today, I want to show you something different, what I do as a medium. Every one of us wake up in the morning or at night, whenever you wake up, and able to go and do something. We call it setting your intention, having an idea of what you're going to do today or not. But for me as a medium, every morning I wake up and I verbally say, thanks. Thank you for letting me have rest. Thank you for letting me get up in the morning. I know it sounds daft to outsiders, not understanding, but this is why the show is on tonight, to help you understand. A medium has to have good intention. That's my opinion, my belief, my knowing of how I do what I do. I wake up in the morning and say, thank you. Now, I want to do the highest and best, not just for me, but for you, the listener, the viewer. And I want you to share this because it's not just mediumship. It should be a way of life for everybody. Having good intentions. Because I learned a long time ago to smile takes less effort than being a miserable face. So I wake up in the morning, and as you can see, my dog's on this side here. That's Bailey. She just passes out wherever she's comfortable. She doesn't like to get cold. Her intention is to be happy, healthy, and loved. And as a medium, I learned the same, to be happy, healthy, and loved. But you've got to love yourself, not on about being selfish, but loving who you are, with all your quirks, all your negativity, all your positivity, because you could have them. Every single person has them. It's how you deal with it. I just came down from a fantastic weekend up in St. Augustine doing a psychic fair. And I was busy for both days. And other people that were there, other vendors, some of them come up after the first day and say, I'm exhausted. Oh, I've been doing this, and this, reading cards, mediumship or whatever. And I'm high as a kite. I learned how to be high as a kite because my energy is for me, my everyday living. But when I'm a medium, I don't use my energy. My conscious self, I'm normally physically tired when I do readings because it makes me easier to relax my mind. I don't consciously think. What am I going to say to you? Like the show, I've always worked by instinct, my intuition, because I know spirit are coming through me and they're passing through me. They don't come in and sit there and don't do anything. They have to flow with energy. And sometimes their information triggers into my conscious, very rarely when I'm working. Because Graham, as a person, has allowed spirit, the divine flow that comes through me from the other realm, if you call it heaven, whatever you want to call it, as long as it's positive. And that energy is unlimited. It's limitless. Think about it, an energy that's limitless. It's like the earth spinning round and round and round and round. It's going non-stop for millions of years and probably keep going for another millions or so years. It's limitless. in our limited existence. And we are limited. We're limited because we're here on this earth, spirit having a human experience for a limited time. If you live to be 120, 130, you're breaking the records. Most people don't last over 100. But that doesn't mean you can't enjoy life. As a medium, I've found out, no, as a recovered alcoholic, I found out I don't need to drink spirit to be happy. I know that spirit fill me to the brim, and it will never, ever get to half a cup. My intention, as I say, is set to do the highest and best for me and for you. And when I get a recipient, a person that sits in front of me, whether it be online, computer, like I'm doing now, speaking to you through CC Producer, who's not very well, so I'm sending their healing. Because it doesn't affect what I'm doing. The energy is flowing through me. My feet are on the ground, and I'm calm and relaxed, and my dog's relaxed, so everything's hunky-dory for me. You see, spirit work by, the best way analogy I can say is, if your mind is like a computer, full of programs when you're born, instinctive computer programs you're born with. Most of them you tap into. But as life proceeds, you start creating new programs called memories. You've got your automatic stuff for breathing, moving. You don't concentrate. I want to move this finger now, then this one. You don't do that. It's all automatic. Even breathing, sneezing, blinking, whatever. Everything you do is automatic. But your experiences in your mind, your memory, are there for a couple of reasons. Because you are experiencing that moment. And most of it sits in your memory cells. But when spirit wants to communicate, how can I put it? Whenever I smell lavender or lilac more so, I instantly remember my grandparents' home, my grandma or my nana, and my mother. And it was one of their favourite scents because it was a bush outside my grandparents' home. Now, I'm using that analogy because my grandmother was a medium, and she had a daughter, my mother, who was a rescue medium, a more in-depth thing. I'll do a show about that. But the thing is, my mother taught myself and my siblings the basics of being a psychic and a medium. They never said, you've got to do this. This is how you must do it. They didn't do any of that. So this is what we did. We did it this way. You learn the basics, you can do it your way. Because every single one of us are an individual. That means no two are alike. They're similar, but not everybody is alike. No medium matches another medium. I've got my way, Joe Bloggs down the road's got another. Someone else got something else. Every single one of us is an individual. My wife calls me the happy medium. And I enjoy that title. But to be serious, when I'm working with spirit, I'm a medium. I'm an international medium. Because I've travelled. I've been Mediterranean, North Pole, South Pole, East Coast of America. And I learnt a lot about different beliefs. But my belief is mine, nobody else's. You can take what you want from it. I don't care. And I say that with respect. I don't care what you think of me. I only care what I think of you, and what I can give you is the highest and best from me in spirit. So I sit there with the recipient and I normally hold hands. Why do I hold hands? Well, at first I hold both hands. I ask permission. May I hold your hand? Male or female, doesn't make young or old, doesn't make any difference to me. And I'll tell you the other ways on the internet or video or whatever you want to do later. But when I'm with somebody, I say, hold your hand. It's respectful. And then I ask them, what is your name? And I want them to say their name initially. Because when you meet somebody for the first time, you say, oh, what's your name? And they say, John. And they say it with a way that's, what are you asking me? Is a questioning type of John? John? You see the inflections of the word, which also triggers in me memories, my guts, my brain. Spirit of doing it, I have no conscious thought. I just instantly react to the sound of the person. I say, all I want from you, please, is yes and no. I don't want details. Sometimes I'll take my glasses off because the person's face is so full of animation. It's misleading. I'm human. I'll follow somebody's thought. And what are you looking at over there? What are you doing? It puts me off sometimes. So I normally close my eyes, take the glasses off and close my eyes. And I listen to what my guts tell me. And I get these memories that are activated by spirit. The energy is coming from the recipient through to me. And I then hold one hand. Normally, my left hand's holding the recipient's right hand. For me, it works. And that flow of energy comes, the way I feel, is one way, to me. And then I use this hand for talking. You've probably seen it a few times because that's what I do. And the memories are tripped by the spirit connection. And I had one lady who was saying, no, 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 to what I was telling her. No, 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 no. I said, that's all right then. That's fine. Because no to me means, Graham, you've got to work harder. You can't let somebody's negativity, sometimes they're extreme, and you know you're not going to get anywhere with them. You're not going to reason with them or anything. So I just stop it after 5 minutes and say, look, if you don't like it, you can get up and leave, no charge. Because I have to earn any donation. I never take money beforehand. If they want to offer a donation before, I'll say, no, 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 no. I have to earn what I do. Your donation is gratefully received. Because that's what they are, the donations. Because spirit are trying to work through me and tap into my intuition, my memories. Hey, Sherilyn. And this is very important to me because my life, my past has been varied and I've gone through quite a bit. And I accept the good and the bad in order for spirit to use to help somebody else. And this lady was going, no, 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 no. And I said, who's David? I don't normally get names. But I said, who's David or Mike or whatever the name was? And she said, what? And then I went ding, 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 ding for the next 10 minutes. And I was saying stuff. And at the end of it, she was going, no, no, no. Oh, no, my God. Oh, no, my God. Oh, my, how, what? She was dumbfounded. At the end of it, I said goodbye. And my wife, who was behind me, and she said, do you know what you said to that lady? I said, I haven't got a clue. Because my conscious self is not listening. I've learned to switch off. It's like being asleep consciously. And this lady evidently was so amazed. She was going back to the entrance of the building where we were in, telling people, she was stunned. I don't know what I said to her. I only know that from a no for 5 minutes to 10 minutes of listening, she was amazed. Some of the stuff I told her was so private, but nothing too personal that I couldn't actually say, because I'm not here to intrude upon somebody's life. I was actually helping her see herself, see where she'd been going wrong in her circumstances. I just visualize what I'm seeing and say, have you thought, when you do this, 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 and this, you could do that, 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 and that. I'm no counsellor, but I am a reverend, which is why I'm not going into detail, because it's in confidence. You see, my word, I'm responsible for what I say in public, which is very important to remember. As a medium, talking to people, you are responsible for your words and actions by law as well. And I don't want to cross any lines, break any laws, because my job is to uplift people. I never give a negative reading. Who wants to come around and... I got told off once for a group I was working with a while ago. I got told off because I didn't tell somebody they had cancer. For one thing, I'm not a doctor. 2, I cannot diagnose. And 3, that would bring her, the person, the female, would make her sad, even angry, which is she's right to be that way. But I got told off because I didn't tell her, evidently, she had cancer. To me, that is, excuse me, every medium is an intuitive medical medium. Because most mediums, well, all the mediums I've met have said in some way how somebody passed. They passed from a car accident, they passed from this, from that, and their heart stopped, they had a brain injury or whatever. That's all medical in my book. But I will never tell somebody the negative. My brother-in-law was killed in a tragic vehicle smash-up. But he took a while to pass over. And the doctor and the nurses didn't believe me at first when I said, I saw twice my brother-in-law re-enter his body, his spirit coming back into his body. And I said, next time he comes back in, I will mouth the word. And I turned away from my brother-in-law, who was all bandaged up. Now, and he made a movement. He was physically unable to make a movement due to the severity of his injuries. But each time I saw something going back into his body, he jerked. Twice this happened. The doctor and the nurse after that, they say, I believe you. You said it before he did it, before he moved. And he was unable to move. Somehow he moved twice. You see, I've seen people in accidents before because I'm ex-military. And because of my gift of being a medium, I was able to help a lot of people around the world. I'm not bragging. It's just a simple fact. I, as Graham, the medium, help people wherever I can because they help me. They help me sober up. They help me become what I am today. To find such a beautiful woman and marry her. I've been married for 21 years. This, to me, is a miracle. Oh, now we've got a little bow coming in alongside. I can never do this right. There's a little bow. My dogs are happy because they don't feel there's any threat. The cats are around, but they're off camera. But you see, what's that got to do with what I do as a medium? Everything. You see, you cannot be a medium unless you allow. Oh, excuse me. I think, Cece, you got somebody trying to talk to you because my nose is itching on this side. This side of my face, when it itches, means somebody's talking to somebody outside of the love connection. It's this side is private, somebody you know. But this side, Cece, even though I'm not reading Cece, I know it's for Cece. So. I'm not trying to read you, Cece. I'm just telling you what I'm picking up at the moment. But you see, every minute of every day, I pick up sensations.
Go ahead, read me. Go ahead.
But, all right, this is not rehearsed, is it?
Put my glasses on, though.
Right, this is not rehearsed at all, is it?
Okay, but we're going to have somebody walking in my door here in a minute. But yeah, so go ahead. So if somebody's coming through, let's see.
Right, this is not rehearsed or planned in any way, yes or no?
Okay.
No. Is it planned?
No, because I don't even have my makeup on.
No, neither do I. Neither do I. But you see,
So yeah,
right,
stop plan.
this is what I do all the time, folks. Cece,
Yes.
have you got business orientation, some documents to sign soon, or have just signed them? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. Does this involve leaving
I'm
your home?
sorry. What was the
Do you have
question?
to leave your home to go and do this?
No.
Okay, good. Right. The whole point I'm asking this is because, oops, somebody started to talk.
No, it's just a message on my phone.
What
It's
I'm
from my
picking
phone.
up is that you need actually to physically read the documentation in your hand, not just read it on a screen. Okay?
So I'm on live. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
This is reality, people, for mediums.
Yep. We're on reality because this is in my living room. As you see, he's walking by.
But you see, I've been shown that you need to read the documentation more carefully. So you may have to leave your home to go and do it.
Okay.
And I know there's a
So-
time limit on this documentation, less than 2 weeks, correct?
Well, this document that I was thinking of was not something like that. It was just a proposal to someone. But
Yeah. There's a 2 week, about a 2 week limitation on it.
Yeah, give or take. But this wasn't anything that that I would
Okay.
have to leave
But
the house. But
what
maybe
I'm
this
trying
is
to show-
something new that's coming in. Yeah.
But what I'm trying to show is what I'm picking up is about this documentation. It needs to be reread first before it's signed. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying. And I don't know what it's about at all. It could be the new one, but I'm thinking it's one already in situ.
Okay.
Okay.
Then.
The other thing is, I was picking up about a pair of shoes for you. What's this about footwear?
I'm not wearing any. I'm barefoot. That's what I'm saying. You caught me totally off guard because I'm not. I don't have my makeup on.
But you see, I'm feeling that your right foot aches more than your left foot. Yes or no?
Yeah, I've been having trouble with my
Okay,
toe.
don't go into detail.
Yeah.
Don't go
Okay.
into
Yes.
detail.
Yes or no? Okay, I'll say yes or no.
Okay. But
Yes.
you see, I know that you're not resting enough and getting your legs elevated. Now, I'm not diagnosing anything. I'm just
Yes,
telling you
that's
what
true.
and-
That's true.
And the other thing is, you need to get your pictures sorted out. Your photographic pictures that you have, you need to get them sorted out because you want to do something special for somebody as a happy event.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. I'll quit there because I just wanted to show people this is all spontaneous and following my guts, what I'm saying, because I wanted to put a proof of what I do spontaneously. And yes, it's vague, but Cece, I trust her. If I was wrong, she'd say no. Just simple. You see, when somebody says no, as I said earlier, you've got to dig deeper to what you feel because you can't.
I'm going to go back down.
Okay, then. Thank you, Cece.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Gal. But you can't change what you are saying to fit the circumstance. You make the circumstances by what your words are, your actions are. That's a circumstance. Once you've said it, you take ownership for it. And after practice, if you trust your gut instinct and trust what you're thinking is spirit-led, you're going to be right more often the more you trust it. Your intuition will help you. Everybody's a psychic. Oh, wonderful, Robert. Thank you. Everybody is psychic. This is my opinion. And everybody has that gut instinct when they walk into a room for the first time and you feel comfortable, you stay. If you don't feel comfortable, you leave. Or you know there's going to be an argument or trouble or something negative. It's called being psychic. It's a material aspect. It's an inner sixth sense of survival. And before we go on break in a minute, the other one is mediumship, where you connect to spirit. Your energy has to be higher for spirit to come down to join with your energy. So if you're low energy, negative, and all the rest of it, you won't communicate with spirit. A lot of it will be ego. Now, I want you to think about that while we're taking a couple of minute break. And we'll see you back here shortly. Thank you. Okay, Cece. I think she's going to put it on break. Welcome back, everybody. That was a new set of adverts. I really love that. And this is Dare to Dream. I'm your host, Graham Williamson. I'm an international intuitive medium and psychic. And this is WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, radio, TV, and podcast. And that is my email address and my telephone number. So if you want to call me on 352-409-1060 and leave a voice message, or send me an email at medium77@gmail.com, please, because I want to help you help yourself. And the other part I was going to say is about the difference between a psychic and a medium is the energy level. You cannot get mediums through a psychic reading. Sorry, you cannot get spirit through a psychic reading. You can only get spirit from a medium. So you see psychic medium posted, which is correct. You go from being a psychic and learn how to be a medium. But you have to raise your energy, which is what I said at the very beginning about having good intention. Set your intention first thing in the morning. And also setting in your intention that way, it stops you being miserable. We had a technical hitch. We were 6 minutes late getting online. But it doesn't faze me because everybody's in the right place at the right moment for what they need to take notice of. You can't be late for fate. It's just impossible because fate has decreed whatever's going to happen happens. You just got to learn to live with it. So, as I was telling you part about the lady at the St. Augustine's Psychic Fair I was at, I had 2 days of the busiest sessions I've had in a long time. I came away, I drove to and fro. I live in Lake County, Umatilla. St. Augustine, it takes now 13 minutes to drive up there. With a camper, it takes you an hour and 45. But I was so hyper, I didn't get to bed until 12 o'clock at night. The show finished at 5 in the afternoon on Sunday. Because that energy was flowing through me so much, and I was helping so many people with their problems. I'm showing them their problem was not unsurmountable. It's difficult, yes. I'm not going to give them a direct, you must do this, 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 and this. That's their life, not mine. I can only guide them with what I see is their situation. I'm helping them as best I can because I know what I'm telling them is in private and it's personal. Because I don't want to upset anybody, especially those upstairs. If Graham actually steps forward and says, I do this on my own, it's rubbish. I couldn't do this on my own. I need my memories that Spirit are using, tapping into from the recipient and my own experiences, working together. Remember, we work together. We're individuals working together. There's one person, there's another. You don't do it like this, but, and hurt and stop. You do it like this. So you can break away, come together, break away, come together, as needed. You see, we are spirit, having a human experience. And I love the term about self-enlightenment. It's when you remember why you came down here. Because spirit are up there looking down on you. And I tell a lie, said that wrong. Your spirit looking down at a situation, because past, present, and future are all in spirit different to what they are here. And you're looking down and say, I want to come in this experience. I want to learn what it feels like to be in this situation, to learn from this situation, to grow. And we all have trials and tribulations. I've had my share, same as probably you all. But it's molded me. It's molded me into unlimited, limitless ability. Because I don't say I am defined only by one aspect, or a couple, or 20, or 100. I'm not limiting myself. Every minute of every day is an adventure, good and bad. So by the end of the day, when I come home with my wife, we've eaten, we've rested, I said, thank you. At night time, when I'm not going to interact, by habit, I say, thank you, Spirit, for letting me get through to today. I hope I've done the highest and best for you as well as for myself. And I say the words out loud. I don't think them at all. I say them every chance I get. Because thinking it isn't going to do anything. It's like you buy a packet of seeds. You say, I'm going to put them in the ground. I'm going to put them in the ground. Thinking about it. It doesn't get them in the ground. You've got to open the packet and you've got to put them in the ground and cover them and water them and nurture them. You've got to say it by the action. Spirit are always around you, your loved ones, even those people you don't remember. The old lady you helped by opening a door or lifting a shopping bag or saying, do you need any help, love? Or sir? I'm British and we say to ladies, how you doing, love? We're not being familiar, it's just the way we talk in England. Or madam, or miss, or Mrs. But where I come from in the Midlands, we say, oh, you're right, love. Everything okay? And we say it meaningful respect. Because you've got to respect yourself first before you can respect somebody else, honestly. You've got to be honest with yourself. And yeah, you're going to screw up, you're going to make mistakes, but that's part of learning. That's about self-enlightenment. And your energy will improve. Your clarity of thought will improve. I still forget things. I'm going deaf. I have health issues. But it hasn't diminished my spirit, my soul. Because I know I never thought to live past 30, not for the way I was living before. I was an idiot, but I've survived it. And as I said to the people I met over the weekend, you are going through hell. But think about it this way. Before you came and sat down in front of me, you thought you'd not done anything right. Everything's gone wrong. It's the worst stage of your lives. And most of them said, yeah. I saw you're sitting here in front of me. You survived it. You've got here in your own car or vehicle or somebody brought you. You still live it. You still got a chance. You can wake up in the morning and say, my highest and best for the day. And at night you say, thanks, Spirit. But I also add something else to my guides every single night. I say, good night, Spirit. Only wake me up if it's life or death for me and my family. And I'm serious. Otherwise, I don't want to be disturbed. This is my space, my wife and myself. We like our little rest and chit-chatting as we do. My wife makes the beads and I talk about spirit or whatever. Happy events happening on Sunday or wedding between Sandy's young list. And I can't wait. I've never been so tired physically doing things, making things, but enjoyed every moment of it. Yeah, it's stressful. But I know what the outcome's going to be. I feel it. When you feel things, acknowledge it and say thank you. Because you've got a chance to better yourself. And in doing so, you can help others better themselves. I hope what I've told you today can help to shed some light. I'm going to do some more similar to this, more shows similar. Because ongoingsolomedia.com is one heck of an address to go to on the web. Because I love WGSN-DB, Going Solo Network, radio, TV, and podcasts. They've given me this venue, my own show, to talk about mediumship and what's it like being psychic and everything to do with spirit. I've got a lot more topics to go to and through with you. And if you've got any questions, please email me at a medium77@gmail.com. If you've got any questions, we could talk something out, arrange something. Or you can phone me on 352-409-1060 and leave a voice message, please. Because unless you do, I will not respond. I've not had a chance to tell CC, but my online address is cancelled. They started to double up on the prices, so I just cancelled it. So I've got my amedium77@gmail.com and 352-409-1060 is my telephone number. And I want you to share this show. Dare to Dream. I'm your host, Graham Williamson, international intuitive, evidential medium, and psychic. I've got my past behind me to help me have a better future, but I don't live in my past. I use my past to make a better life for myself and those I meet and love. So if you want to read in next show, which should be the 26th of October, please email me. I'm going to do one person and it will be by text. You text a question, simple, one person only, and I'll do my best to answer it. Because I want to show you what I do is spontaneous. I'm intuitive. And I really want to thank you for watching, listening. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, please. Because the more you subscribe, the easier it is we can pass this message or our messages across. Because there's so many topics on Going Solo Media. And you'll have a blast. You really will. Well, it's my time. I've enjoyed talking to you. I hope what I've told you helps clarify a few things. But say, I've got a lot more to talk about. I've got a lifetime left to do the best I can to help other people. So thank you, and thank you, Cece, for putting up with me.